Good morning, afternoon, evening, YouTube, whenever you are watching this. So we are now on February the 22nd, so almost 3 weeks into prep now. And yes, it's definitely been a really tough week. I know I touched on that in last week's vlog, just in a sense of scales not shifting, scales not behaving. They just literally went up all last week, right up until yesterday when I was literally weighing in at 147.8, which is literally, I started my prep at 148 pounds. So yeah, it definitely was not my favourite week of prep. However, I genuinely did manifest the fuck out of a weight loss last night, and I weighed in at 146 this morning. So I'm still not at my low. My lowest of prep so far really is about, I'm going to say 145. I did weigh in at 144.4 when I was away last weekend in that lodge. However, I think that was a little bit of something to do with like where the scales were laid out in the lodge, because I did move them around a bit because I was quite keen to see the scales go down, which funnily enough is one of the 12 factors I've got so far. I'm planning a webinar for my clients next week. I do these every fortnight. Next week's topic is scale weight and fluctuations. And one of the factors is literally the positioning of your scales, how they're calibrated. I think a lot of people don't realize this as well. It seems obvious to me, but different scales will have different weights. Like if you buy a new scale, you might be like 3 pounds up, but it's just that's what those scales are weighing you in at. Different scales will tell you different weights. So that's something to bear in mind as well. If you do, like, there's genuinely no point in, say if you were like at your boyfriend's house or your friend's house, there's genuinely no point in weighing yourself on their scales if you're away. Either take your own with you, and even then, the flooring's different where you would usually weigh, and that might give you a different reading. So it's never going to be the best and most accurate thing. One of many factors that can affect scale weight. However, yes, I am feeling a lot more positive today. I've really done a lot of like work on my mindset in the last couple of days. And really, if anything, this last week has just taught me how much I actually want this prep to work. Because I'll be honest, I was not sure starting this prep whether it was something that I truly wanted to do again this year / ever. I was not quite sure. Do I still want to do this? Do I still want to put myself through, half a year worth of, just not being as present with people, not going out for those meals, not being able to, whether it's like my friend's baby shower next month or someone's 30th birthday, not being able to like just be properly there and have a drink with them and eat and not be tired and not be thinking about going home and going to bed. And there's so much that goes into a prep. There really is so much. And I was not quite sure if I actually wanted it or not. Now I know I bloody do, because it's made me want it more than ever, thinking that, honestly, my head's been all over the shop thinking maybe I won't be able to prep if things keep going this way. And I was thinking as well, like, I'm 3 weeks in and my weight's where I started. It's not looking good. It's looking like I'm going nowhere with it. I've got 3 weeks worth of prep where I've not seen those scales drop, and I really need to see those scales drop. But now I know I really want it. So that's where we're at. And anyway, I've made lots of changes, or my coach has made lots of changes, I should say, to really help things move along. And we've decided to go with, again, when I say we, he makes the decisions, I just do the actions. It's a collaborative effort, but he's in charge. So we're doing low days going forward. So at the moment, I am making my pre-workout meal, which is 80 grams of rice. It used to be 100 grams of pasta. It's still like the tuna and the avocado of my previous pre-workout meal. It's just we're swapping pasta for rice now. And yeah, quite a few of my meals have changed now, and we'll just be running the same meals now every single day until my coach tells me that we're going to be running a high day. I'm going to finish making my pre-workout meal now. Because I've got the day to myself, I am going to go to Ultraflex because I like the car wash there and my car needs a wash. So I'm going to go and do my posterior session at Ultraflex North Leeds. Obviously there's some decent kit there, and just have a good session. I've got 12k steps to hit. I'm on about 4,300 at the moment from doing my morning walk and stuff. So yeah, pre-workout monster is going in. I'm going to prep my intra workout now as well, which at the moment is the Grape Gazillions flavour from CMP. It's really nice. I like all the CMP flavours, to be honest, so I just keep getting this one at the moment. I've already had my creatine today. It's the Train by JP Blue Slushy, which honestly bangs. And I wasn't sure in the past, I've had a little bit of a hit and miss with Trained by JP flavours, but that one bangs. So if you struggle to get your creatine in, if you don't like adding it to things, and it's a nice drink to have like throughout the day, especially when you're dieting. You can like look forward to a nice sweet drink, have it in a shake and just drink it. So would recommend anything like this, CMP, Trained by JP, all your Perform Ways, all your general big bodybuilding brands that you can even think of. Supplement Supply UK stocks them. My discount code is Emily10. You can use that to get discount when you do buy your supplements. Supports me massively as well. So the link is in the description below if you want to use my code and support me. And I'll leave it here. Speak to you in a bit. Hello, YouTube. Perfect timing if you heard that ding. We are back in the kitchen. It is now Wednesday the 26th of February. So we're just over 3 weeks into prep now. Obviously, based off, previous updates. I weighed in at 145 pounds this morning, which is the lowest weight really that I've hit this prep in terms of week 1. So I'm still not having a new low yet, but my weight is trending down this week. I am also due on day 27 of my cycle right now, so that might have an effect on things. But yes, today is Wednesday. I thought let's do a full day of eating to some extent, because I've missed obviously some of that. You've probably missed some of the updates and how my food's changed over the prep. So I thought I would update you now on my current low days, which are 1920 calories, 1920 calories. And this is meal 2 right now. Meal 1 is 225 grams of low-fat Greek yogurt, 30 grams of whey, I want to say, and 15 grams of dark chocolate. So I had that this morning between check-ins, finished my check-ins, and now it's time for my meal 2, which is pre-workout meal 2, and getting ready to go to the gym. So it's 50 grams of avocado, and what used to be 100 grams of pasta is now 80 grams of white rice. And then we also have 4 hex sausages, which is what you just heard dinging just then, which is my pre-workout meal, going down super well. I always have 2 grams of pink salt on this meal, and then a gram of low salt. My salt intake at the moment is 3 pink salt and 3 low salt. So we're getting the sodium, we're getting the potassium, and I'm making sure that they're as accurate as possible at the moment because prep. So I'm going to get this meal down me now. Anyone else eat in front of the TV? I literally always do. YouTube on, some kind of training video as like a pre-workout. I'm also having my creatine, the blue slushy from Trained by JP. As mentioned in my last video, Emily10 will get you discount on your supplements at Supplement Supply UK. Link in the description below if you want to buy any of the best brands in the UK for your general physique development supplements. But I would recommend a flavoured creatine. Just something, it encourages you as well. Like obviously this is like just an extra litre of fluid going in before I train, because it tastes so nice. It just encourages you to easily get that down. I've already had at least a litre this morning. I've had my Monster. I've had a coffee. So that's my fluids so far for the day. But this is going to help me obviously going into my session. So drink this while I'm eating. I always like to sip and eat at the same time, just to help the flow of digestion, and then drive to the gym, finish this on the way, bosh, ready to train. It's Wednesday, so it's leg day. Okay, we've made it to the gym. Uncomfortably close to the camera here. You know what being outside the gym means? Banana time! So these are still in as a pre-workout. Don't worry, it's actually ripe this time. I bought these yesterday actually. It's very much a routine thing now. Anyone who has done a prep will know, like, you have your very, very structured routines around everything to do with food and fluid intake. Everything runs like clockwork. So had my meal at home, drove to the gym whilst finishing off my creatine. Now I have my banana right before I go and train. So I'm sure before too long this will be off the plan. Like this is an easy sort of 100 calories to lose, and yeah, so for now this is part of my routine, and as the prep goes on you adapt to new routines, but that's what I'm doing at the moment. So it's 1920 calories, like I said. It's 245 grams of carbs, it's 40 fats, and it's however much left protein that is. I don't know, like 145 or something. Might be, no, it's 140. It's 140. Yeah. So that's just what we're running every single day at the moment, like low days. Eventually I'll have a high day at some point, but only when necessary. Right now, this is like the 7th low day in a row I've ran. So that's absolutely fine by me. You know, it just, instead of having training and rest day food, I just eat the same thing every day now. So that's why I thought I would show you a full day of eating so you can see sort of what I've been eating for the last week. Obviously today's Wednesday, like I said, so Friday's when I'll next check in with my coach, and at that point we'll possibly make some new changes and stuff like that. During yesterday's check-in, the only change we made was upping Clen from 20 to 40 mcg daily. So that's it. Apart from that, everything's running the same in terms of expenditure. 5 lots of 35 minutes cardio, 12,000 steps daily. So we're just rolling with that at the moment, but I imagine we'll probably drop food or something on Friday. But we'll see. I've got a coach, so it's not up to me, it's up to him. We'll see what he says. Okay, back from the gym, back in the kitchen. That was a very good upper? That was a very good lower session. I spent about 2.5 hours in the gym from entering to leaving the gym. I was there 12:45 till 3:15. So I did, obviously, my session. I like to really take my time with a leg day. You know, give good like effort to every single set. You know, really focus on each movement. So the majority of my leg day, no, in fact, all of my leg day at the moment is 2 working sets per exercise. Apart from I do 4 sets of lateral raises at the end, just for extra delt volume across the week. But the leg work is all 2 working sets, and I want to give my all to each of those sets, you know. Make sure I'm just going into it with absolutely all I can give. So I do take my time. I do treat each set as, like, you know, an opportunity to progress and really focus. And I did actually increase a lot on the numbers today, which is, you know, every now and then we'll earn that right to actually add more load, which I don't think happens very often. Something that my clients have struggled with. I find that when it comes to the webinars I deliver to my clients, it's all based on like their common struggles. And one of them is generally people worrying like, oh, I'm not increasing the weight, I'm not increasing the weight. And I rarely increase my weights. I can go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks without increasing a weight on a certain movement because I just don't need to, because I'm still getting an extra rep. And especially if you're genuinely training to failure, you know, if you train to complete and utter failure one week, what are the chances that you're going to then next week be able to just suddenly up the load on that particular exercise of that weight? You know, you're probably just going to be lucky to add another rep. So yeah, but this was a session where I was ready to actually increase the load on a few of the exercises. So I was pretty happy with that. And now it's in for my post-workout meal. So yeah, basically I posed after my session, which I'm, you know, it's a good thing to get into the habit of when you're on prep, or just in general, but certainly when you're on prep anyway. Obviously it's only going to be a certain amount of weeks before I'm on stage, and I want to make sure that my posing is, you know, up to scratch. So I posed after my session, and then I actually got 25 minutes of steps on the treadmill. I'm finding that I'm quite enjoying doing this at the moment. Say if I've recorded anything that I want to post, like, you know, my bits of my workout or my posing, I can post it then. I can also, you know, reply to any messages, etc. on Instagram, get back to people, and it's just a productive time. Like, rather than when I go out getting steps, as lovely as it is, and it's actually quite sunny today, it just means I'm only doing steps, because I'm not going to go on my phone while I'm walking out in the open, because I just think that's a bit dangerous, you know. You could trip over or not see a car or that kind of thing. Whereas when you're on the treadmill, you can obviously get work done and get messages replied to and post content and stuff. So I find it quite a productive use of my time to do steps after my session. And now I'm up to like 10k steps, and 10k steps, and I've got 12k for the day. So I've only got 2,000 left. So it's 4 o'clock now, which means that I've got the rest of the day just to sit at home and work. I'll get a few steps around the house and maybe do a very small lap of the block this evening. So easy. I'm just gonna eat this now. So it's 60 grams of cream of rice rather than it was 120. So we've dropped that a fair bit, you know, since the last update and stuff. I think it went from 120 to maybe 90 in the last update. Now it's 60. And then we've still got the 75 grams of berries and the 30 grams of whey. So it's a nice meal. I've got the chocolate banana flavour. Kind of regret it, to be honest. I've just finished on the birthday cake. I was alternating between birthday cake and cherry bakewell. Much preferred those kind of flavours rather than having like a chocolatey one for my cream of rice. But that's just a personal preference. It's not bad. It's just I know what I like, and I should have just stuck with it. Right guys, excuse the lighting, but it's actually 6:20 now in the evening. I've just had my square bar, which they're still in for now, but they probably won't be for much longer. So I'm enjoying every square bar while I still can. And that is my little tide me over snack until dinner, which is going to be 150 grams of potatoes and a tin of tuna with some salad. And then my last meal of the day is the oats. So now I just have oats once a day, and it's the last one of the day. I always make them chocolate based because it's with 10 grams of dark chocolate. It also is with 50 grams of blueberries and 75 grams of pineapple, which is meant to be with my fourth meal, but I'd rather not have pineapple with like tuna when I can have it with my oats. So I always just leave it till the last meal. So that is pretty much my full day of eating at the moment. Like I've said already, 1920 calories, 40 grams of fat, 140 protein, and 245 carbs. I feel like I'm doubting that a little bit on the protein one anyway. But yeah, full day of eating for you. I will check in with you one more time probably in this vlog, slightly later in the week, and let you know how I'm getting on, and then I will wrap it up. Isn't that right, Hecky? Isn't that right? You seem to like joining the vlogs recently, don't you? It's a vibe, isn't it, Hecky? Shouldn't people subscribe if they're not already? And then, just like you, being present in all the vlogs, they can be present too. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just checking up on that protein. Yeah, it is. It's 145 protein, 145, and then 245 carbs and 40 fats. That's it. Okay, time to wrap up the vlog. Like I said I would, we are now on Friday. It's the 28th of February, so it's the last day of February. No leap year this year. And it's a good job I waited a couple of days to actually wrap up this vlog in a positive manner by saying that I hit a new low yesterday and another one today. So I was down at 144.2 and 144 on the dot today. So things are officially moving and it's exciting. I'll show you kind of how I looked this morning. I'm also day 29 of my cycle, so I'm due on my period any day now as well. So yeah, I personally think I can look even sharper and tighter when I'm not due on. So I'm really excited to see how the look progresses now. I'm really excited that things are moving. Training's been flying as well still, you know, despite being a little bit sore. I had a really good quads and push session today. I'm still working on the Magnum squat, working that well. And yeah, felt good today. Everything felt good. And yeah, we're just in a positive, productive headspace. And tomorrow is my team meet day at EP Jungle in Stockport. Super excited for that. We're going to have posing classes. That's for figure, bikini, men's bodybuilding, and also like lifestyle clients that want to learn just how to present their physique and just kind of, you know, feel better in themselves for general life / check-ins, etc. Show off the hard work. So it's going to be a really good day. We're all going to be training together as well. Well, I'm not going to be training because I'll be there to assist them and speak to them and spot them, etc. So I've done my training for the week now. Saturdays are still no cardio days, so I don't do cardio on like a leg day generally. So not on a Wednesday, not on a Saturday when I've got my posterior session. So that's how it is for now. So tomorrow is wake up, get to Stockport, have the meet day, just have a nice chilled one really. And then Sunday as well will be a rest day. I'll have cardio in the morning, but apart from that, nice rest day just to get steps with my boyfriend, which is turning into a bit of a routine thing on a Sunday now, which I'm absolutely loving. I do look forward to our Sundays together. So yeah, things are looking up. Next weekend I'm meeting my coach in person. I mean, I met him before, but I mean, we're having like an in-person session together. He'll be doing my posterior session, doing an in-person check-in. So that's going to be super fun. I've also got a group posing day with my posing coach. So it's bodybuilding weekend next weekend. So I've got all that to come. I've got all that to show you. Obviously, the team meet day is going to get recorded by a professional videographer as well. So that'll be, you know, a really cool like video to show you all like how my team days look and things like that. If you want to join the team, obviously hit me up. The link is in the description below if you want to apply for coaching. Please do like the video if you got this far. If you got to the end as well, comment. Ooh, we've done mug, we've done glasses. Comment black cat because he's been in this video a lot. Comment black cat, okay? If you got this far. The comments are doing really well at the moment, guys, so I really appreciate it. Keep that up. Like, comment black cat, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in next week's installment. Lots of exciting videos to come. Speak soon. Ciao for now.